So the other big issue that we discussed and debated and still comes up in our discussions after, I mean, with the finishing up the fountainhead and even looking at Gropius, is the idea that the role of the architectural critic in society, it didn't really exist until Philip Johnson came on the scene. They had not had a curator of architecture until his 1932 show of modern architecture, in the international style. That was a seminal, pivotal moment in the careers of many European architects stumbling on the scene in American architecture. And it was also a pivotal moment for Frank Lloyd Wright, who saw that in some ways perhaps he was way behind and he was a bit out of touch. And yet, through the Mesa House that he contributed to that show, did things that he had never done before. So he even reinvented himself for that event. And we talked a lot about that. We talked a lot about the fact that when he first heard about the show, he sent 2 crates of materials, and he thought it was going to be a show all about him. And, what an amazing ego this guy had. It was just, oh yeah, you're going to curate a show on architecture? Well, here's all of my stuff. And Johnson's like, no. You're just one contributor among 20. And when he found out about it, he's like, fuck this. I don't even want to send you any of my stuff. And it took intervention by others to even compel him to submit the drawings that he did. And the drawings that he did weren't of a project that he had actually completed. It was an imaginary project. Mm-hmm. But yet it encapsulated so many of the ideals that all of the other international architects were contributing, of big expanses of glass and overhangs and things that he had not ever done before. And so you could almost see the wheels turning in his mind, saying, I have to contribute in a way that is competitive with these other people who are developing these ideas beyond what I've thought about. And he did a brilliant job at it. And we don't talk very much about Frank Lloyd Wright. It's almost